Hello, thank you for checking out Mr. Ware's videos. And today we're looking at part 4 of a series of videos for Unit 5 Assessment Study Guide. So let's take a look. We left off at number 11 here, and next up is number 12. Alright, so number 11 was a substitution problem. I'm going to go back right quick. And notice how you have the y equal 5x plus 2, and we plug in for y. Number 12 is a substitution problem too. Except here, instead of having y equal, I have x equal. And I'm going to plug this in for x. So here, I wrote out, let's see. I wrote out 2x plus 7y is equal to 48. And I plugged in the x, 6y plus 5. So instead of solving for x on this one, I'm going to solve for y. Okay, because they give me x. Now I'm going to distribute this 2 times 6 and 2 times 5. And then I get 12y plus 10 plus 7y is equal to 48. I didn't write out the 48, but it's going to be there. So 2 times 6 is 12y. 2 times 5 is 10. I just bring down this 7y, and I bring down this equal to 48. Next, I'm going to combine like terms. And understand that the like terms are both on the same side of the equal sign. So I got 12y and 7y together. That's going to be 19y plus 10. Is equal to 48. Now I'm going to do the opposite of add 10 to solve for y and subtract 10 on both sides. And 48 minus 10 is going to get me 38. The 10's cancel out. Bring down this 19y. Now I got 19y is equal to 38. Now I'm going to isolate this y by dividing by 19. The 19's cancel out, and y is equal to 2. Now I know that y is equal to 2, and I'm going to plug it back into one of these two equations, and I can plug it into either one, but I'm going to plug it into this one. X is equal to 6y plus 5. So that's going to be x is equal to 6y plus 5. It says y is equal to 2. I plug in 2 here. I do 6 times 2, which is 12. And so I have x is equal to 12 plus 5. And x is equal to 17. So now I have my point. You want to make sure you put the right number first. The x goes first, 17, 2. Alright, let's look at number 13. Alright, now this one we want to use elimination method. Okay, to eliminate, we have to have the same number with the opposite signs. So it's going to require manipulating the equation so we can get that. Now, I've got the top equation got smaller numbers than the bottom equation. I can multiply the top equation by a number and see if I can get one of the numbers on the bottom equation. Okay, but there's nothing I can multiply 5 by to get 6. But I can multiply this understood 1 by 2 and get 2 so that I have the same number. And since it's already positive and the 2 is already negative, I don't have to make that 2 negative. I just leave it alone and just multiply by 2. So I'm going to multiply this top equation by 2. When I do, I'm going to do it on each term, all three of them. So I got 2 times 5, which is 10x, and 2 times 1, which is 2y, and 2 times 7, which is 14. Now here I'm just going to rewrite this one again. Negative 6x, negative 2y, equal negative 26. Alright, now, and the reason we call this elimination is because we can eliminate one of the terms. That's the reason why you have to get the same number, opposite signs. That way we can eliminate this, and what we have left over, we can solve for just one variable. So the term that eliminates here is the y term. 2 plus a negative 2 is 0. So it cancels out. And what's left over is 10 minus 6, which is 4x. 14 minus 26. Different signs find the difference. 26 minus 14 is 12. And we're going to keep it negative because the 26 is bigger. Alright, now we're going to isolate the x by dividing off that 4 because it's multiplied. We do the opposite. Divide by 4. Negative 12 divided by 4. X is equal to negative 3. Alright, now we're going to plug in negative 3. Then 5 times negative 3 plus y is equal to 7. Alright, 5 times negative 3 is going to be negative. I skipped a few steps here. But 5 times negative 3 is negative 15. I bring down the y. I bring down the 7. Alright, I do the opposite of subtract 15 and add 15 on both sides. The 15s are going to cancel out. I bring down the y. 7 plus 15 is 22. Alright, and I have my point, negative 3, 22, and I write that out. Put the x first, negative 3, 22. Alright, let's look at another one. Alright, here's another elimination. Okay, here it says solve each system of equations by elimination. Okay, look and see if you can find something you can multiply one equation by and get the other equation. If you said negative 3, that would be good. If we multiply this bottom equation by negative 3, it'll give us a positive 3x. So we can cancel out with the negative 3x up here. So I'm going to rewrite this first part, which is negative 3x minus 8y is equal to 14. And then distribute this negative 3 all the way across here. And get negative 3 times negative 1, positive 3. Negative times a negative, positive. 3 times 6, 18. Y. Negative times a negative is positive. 3 times 2 is 6. Now I'm going to add vertically here. The x's are going to cancel out. 18, negative 8. Different signs, find the difference. And that's going to get us positive 10 because the 18 is bigger. 14 plus 6 is 20. So now I have 10y is equal to 20. I'm going to divide by 10. The 10's cancel out, leaving me y is equal to 20 divided by 10. Y is equal to 2. Now you take that number, and I recommend you plug it into either one of these equations, but make sure you plug it into the original. I decided to plug that y in for this bottom equation. So I got negative x, negative 6 times y, which is 2, is equal to negative 2. Negative times a positive is a negative. 6 times 2 is 12. Alright, we got negative x minus 22. We're going to do the opposite of minus 12 and add 12 on both sides. I bring down same sign, different signs, find the difference. 12 minus 2 is 10. 12's cancel out. Now I've got negative x is equal to 10. Can't stop here. You got that understood negative 1, and you have to divide by negative 1 here. Alright. And 10 divided by negative 1 is negative 10. So our point is going to be negative 10, 2. So that's it for number 14. Let's take a look at a couple problems that you could practice on your own. So take a moment to pause the video right here and notice this one says solve each system of equations by using any method of your choice. Figure out which method is the best one, either substitution or elimination for each problem. Okay, so let's go over each one. So here's 15, and I'm going to go kind of quick. So 15, we use elimination. Okay, so first I distribute by negative 6. I get my new equation, same sign, same number, different signs. Eliminate the x term, solve for y. Then I plug back the y in the first equation and solve for x, and I get 9, 4. Alright, and here's 16. With this one, we use substitution. And the key thing, let me know to use substitution. One of the variables is already solved for. Y is equal to this. I plug that in. Here's something you want to be aware of. Notice how this y is negative. So when you plug this negative 2x minus 5 in, don't forget that other negative. And you're going to distribute like it's negative 1. Negative times negative is a positive. Negative times a negative is a positive. Collect like terms. Solve for x. Plug it back in and get the y. But that's it for this video. I got one more video to go. But for now, thank you for checking out Mr. Ware's videos. Have a nice day.